CXIII, TMG.
Yeah, good, all that good stuff, man.
Right, before we move on, I had a question for you guys. Hypothetical. It's about Floyd versus Crawford. What would you think? What would you think would happen if we were to fight? On what weight would it be at?
You can go first, because that is a tough one, man. That's a tough one.
That's a question that, you know, I think you'd have to brainstorm, so I'll probably dissect it a bit more in the future. But off the top of my head, because obviously it's been very popular, especially since Crawford beats Spence. What I would say, obviously everyone knows Mayweather's no Spence by any stretch of imagination.
Yeah, no
Mayweather
way.
can adjust much better. Mayweather's defense is elite, comfortably better than Crawford's. And you know, he's the art of hit and not get hit, eye tests and statistics back him up being number one. What I would say, Crawford, okay, beat Spence, yes. He needs to do more for him to be compared to someone like Floyd Mayweather. Not saying that talent wise it's there. I mean, I think he makes a bit too many mistakes compared to someone like Mayweather. Mayweather will make him pay a lot more. When Mayweather obviously his hands on brittle when he was a pretty boy, you know, could have made him pay and probably even got him out of it potentially.
Yeah.
Obviously,
I agree with that.
see him now as obviously Money Mayweather. I think that's why the fight will be a lot closer because Mayweather's not really knocking guys out. You know, the last guy knocked out was like Victor Ortiz or someone like that in early 2010s, and you know, I think Crawford in his Money Mayweather phase, I think Crawford would give him his toughest fight. I mean, his toughest fight in that era was which is Maidana essentially.
Yeah.
And Crawford is obviously a much better fighter than Maidana.
Maidana, yeah.
Obviously, styles make fights. But Crawford, his angles, he's a killer. Both hands. I don't think the switch here would have confused me to that extent, like he confused other guys. Because even against Spence, he didn't really switch. He just came in as a straight southpaw. I guess the thought of him switching probably affected their game plan. But he just came as a straight southpaw, took away Spence's jab, and that was it. Bob's your uncle, essentially. And obviously Spence's jab, like I said before, was an initiator to his offense. If you take away his jab, he's really very limited. But long story short, I'll still favour Mayweather at this point in time. If Crawford goes on and beats what's his name, the winner of Canelo and Charlo.
Is he gonna fight the winner of that?
Potentially, if he goes on and beats those guys,
If he does that.
and then if he
He
beats,
wants the Charlos though. He's on him. He's all in mid-fight, looking at him, saying, "Brother, I'm gonna smoke." You see that when
Yeah, I heard,
he's
you saw
on
that.
him. You
One
don't
of
like
the Charlots
him.
got slapped by what's that?
You
Caleb.
you don't like them, innit?
okay, they plans on thingy. I need to watch it. $1 million worth. Of
All I'm gonna say about that is, one, I hate to do this because it's so hard to do. It's like when people say who would win, Muhammad Ali or Tyson. Like, it's two different eras. It's like,
Ali, by the way.
yeah, but it's two different eras, isn't it? Like, because as much as that, we could argue about that. Because if Tyson gets low and gets like,
You know, I think Lennox Lewis is a better matchup against Ali than.
That'll be a good matchup, yeah.
I think Lennox Lewis against Ali is a more logical matchup because the arm reach and stuff like that. But I feel like Mike Tyson is an awkward fight for Ali
Don't you
because
think
he's so
Ali
low
would've
to
just
ground.
Let him tie himself out.
No, I think he gets low and he gives him one of them sweet uppercuts. Anything could happen in that fight because remember what Tyson we talking about? Early Tyson or Tyson Holyfield Tyson? Because Holyfield Tyson was trash. That's when he stopped doing everything that he learned.
Okay, you're thinking about Costamato.
Yeah, if we're talking about that guy, that Costamato one, I'm not sure. Because as much as I love Muhammad Ali and how he moves, his first 3 punches ain't dropping. Tyson's going to get up close and personal with my man. And then we got a fight on our hands. And as a young kid, he was a young specimen that was knocking out big guys. So that's why I stay away from that one. Because it's woulda, coulda, shouldas. We don't know.
But Floyd versus
Floyd
Bud
Crawford
is more likely to happen if they were in the same areas.
Yeah, no, of course. But this is what I'm saying. Only reason why I would agree with you and say I want to give it to Mayweather, just purely because of the fact that he's been there, done it. Whereas Crawford can't get. If you haven't had a conversation about Ali, Mike Tyson, they've both solidified themselves. Crawford, we can revisit this conversation when Crawford is solidified. So I still feel like he's a few fights away. So if he does that Canelo, and he doesn't even have to win that. He just has to put on a good show where I say, you know what, that was close. If he gets a rematch out of it, I'll stop. I'll put him in that ilk. He's not there yet. That's the only point. I feel like he's
But if
not.
if he were to lose to Canelo, people use that as a reference. Okay, Floyd fought Canelo, he beat them. Crawford fought Canelo, he lost. Like, you know, people are not going to look back and say, oh, this is this stage of his career. They're just going to say, they fought similar fighters, he lost this one.
Of course, and I agree on that, because that's how the only thing we can, that's the only algorithms we can work on, innit? We ain't got no choice. We got to literally go off, it's like football. Well, he won this and he done that. But I'm just saying is, the real boxing fans, the real guys that watch boxing, know when a fight's close and you see a man actually get the bet. Like, for example, if Crawford goes into the fight and loses Canelo, but drops Canelo twice, but still loses, I've got more interest. I've got more, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay. But if he goes in and just gets wiped out, it's like, oh, yeah, cool, it's what we thought was going to happen. But you know what it's like? It's like racing. When Usain Bolt was the fastest man in the world, Gatlin and them man couldn't get nearby. The Blakes, they couldn't get, but they were still fast guys. They were really, really fast.
Isn't Johan Blake the second fastest man ever?
Yeah, but you
forgotten.
But that's what I'm saying. But you get onto the stage, at the time, you couldn't do nothing because the man, that was the guy. When Mayweather was the man, that was him. Sometimes when it's him, it's your moment. But what? It's like Messi is his moment.
You don't want to be the greatest in a generation.
That's what I'm saying.
You the first greatest.
And that's the problem. It's so hard. And this is the thing, because we live in. I'm older, so my generation of people respect the man that was second, because we got to see how they grind. See the media, the social media. You get rubbed out. That man done all that hard work, but because he was second, like Gatlin, no respect. Gatlin was a good race man. Like, he used to run, bro. But these are the things that no one notices and cares about, because we live in a social media era. Right? Oh, you got knocked out by my man. Yeah. You lost to my man. You're done. You're done. AJ, good fighter. Got knocked out by him. You're done. That's the time we're living in. So it's hard to take the fundamentals of old school boxing and compare it to new school boxing, because it's not about fighting them, it's about entertainment. We're living in an entertainment time where there's some Wasim boxers and they're knocking out, man. So yeah, they're the greatest. So it is